The Islamic Republic of Iran acknowledged the efforts made and the steps taken by the government of Zimbabwe for the promotion and protection of human rights, notably the legislative measures taken and the positive development in the area of human rights.
Venezuela recognizes the efforts of the Zimbabwean government to comply with its commitments in human rights.
And commends Zimbabwe for its continued commitment to and exertion for human rights. We welcome Zimbabwe's acceptance of many recommendations, including ours, as a demonstration of its will to make further efforts in the field of human rights. Therefore, my delegation recommends the adoption of the UPR outcome on the Republic of Zimbabwe by the Human Rights Council and wishes Zimbabwe all the best and continued success in its future endeavor for the promotion and protection of human rights. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I give the floor to the United Nations Watch.
Mr. President, today we ask, do human rights advocates support today's report, which is supposed to scrutinize Zimbabwe's human rights record? Let me read from the report. Syria welcomed the commitment by Zimbabwe to accord priority to the development of human rights. Reading from page 7. Russia noted the improvement in Zimbabwe's legislative framework. The Islamic Republic of Iran noted Zimbabwe's adoption of a new constitution. Sudan commended Zimbabwe for its positive engagement with the Council's Universal Periodic Review. Turkey appreciated Zimbabwe's legislative improvements in protecting human rights. North Korea asked about the impact of Western sanctions on Zimbabwe's enjoyment of human rights. Mr. President, instead of human rights scrutiny, no less than 70% of the country statements in this report offer praise for Zimbabwe's government. Yet the truth is the opposite. The truth is that victims of human rights abuse object to the adoption of this report. They object because the Mugabe government targets members of the opposition and human rights activists with abduction, arrest, torture, abuse, and harassment. Security forces and the judiciary employ partisan application of the rule of law. Human rights advocates object to this report, filled with praise, because Zimbabwe restricts freedoms of expression, press, assembly, association, and movement. The government evicts citizens, invades farms and private businesses and properties, and demolishes informal marketplaces. The government interferes with the judiciary. It fails to investigate or prosecute state security or ZANU-PF supporters who are responsible for violence. Human rights advocates and Zimbabwe's victims object to this report because the government arrests, detains, prosecutes, and harasses human rights activists. Mr. President, for all of these reasons, let me be absolutely clear. Human rights advocates and the victims of Zimbabwe's human rights abuses object to the adoption of this report. I thank you, Mr. President.
Process. I now propose that the Council adopts the decision on the outcome of the Universal Periodic Review of Zimbabwe as it appears on the screen. I see no objection. The decision is adopted.